Welcome back to the Mastery Movement Podcast. It's your boy DK, and I am here with the beautiful Miss Kiana Burr,
Hey guys.
CEO and owner of Body Mind Transcend Body and Mind. Sorry, I almost messed up
It's
your
okay. It's
business
okay.
name.
Just don't let
Um,
it happen again.
I don't want no smoke with you. I don't want no smoke. And we got a good episode for you guys today. Kiana and I are going to get into the topics of rebranding and the topics of entrepreneurship and discipline. And I think this is long overdue. She's actually my trainer right now. If you guys did not know, I am bodybuilding for the first time in my life. Hinting on the topics of discipline, I felt like I'm being called right now to challenge my body to a brand new height. And Kiana is going to be my mentor and guide into that phase. And so we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
So Miss Kiana, welcome.
Welcome
Thank you for being
to
the first
me.
guest on my rebrand.
Yeah.
I know
Thank
you
you for
came.
having me. I'm excited. I'm excited for your bodybuilding journey. I really feel like this is going to teach you a lot about yourself. And I feel honored that you picked me as a coach as well. That's a big deal that you trust me with your progress over the next few months. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited.
Do you train a lot of men?
I do. I do train a lot of men. Um, but I do like feel honored every single time that a man chooses me over another man because I feel like it's harder for men to trust women in this industry.
Right.
Um, or like maybe because they think it's like a more masculine thing that they should choose a man over a woman,
Right.
even if they know that the woman is more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So like I think it speaks volumes, honestly, when a man chooses a woman as their coach. It tells me that they're like humble and are they don't care about that dumb
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It crossed my mind a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie, but then I'm like, I chose you to be my coach because I saw your work. Like I could have worked with not everybody, but I know a lot of people that I could have worked with.
Mhm.
Um, and we're both really good friends with Holly. Holly does my hair. That's one of my best friends. And I saw what you did with Holly, and that
Mhm.
was amazing. And then I know you personally. You're a black woman. I want to support a black-owned business, not because you're black or because you're a woman, but because you're good at what you do,
Mhm.
and you're black and you're a woman.
Mhm.
So,
The trifecta.
yeah, and I saw what you did with your own body, and I'm like, okay, okay, for sure. Let's
Yeah.
let's lock it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So what led you to your current state of rebrand? I know earlier you were saying how you kind of want to you don't want to be pigeonholed as like, I'm just Kiana the trainer.
mhm.
I am a mindset coach. I'm an entrepreneur. What what would you like anyone who sees this interview to know about your current rebrand, or where you like see yourself being as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, that's a great question. So yeah, like you said, I've always been known as the fitness woman. I've always been an athlete. I've always trained. And I've had my fitness part of my business for 7 years now. I've only been mindset coaching for 4 years now. And because fitness is like such a physical thing that you can see, it's so much easier to be branded as that. Like when I walk out in public, people are like, you're an athlete or you're a trainer or something.
Yeah.
It's harder to sell a mindset because you can't see it. But yeah, that's actually my like truest passion. But I think they're very intertwined. You can't separate the mind from the body. And but people think that they need to fix themselves physically for their life to get together, but it's actually your mental that needs
Yeah.
to get together. Your
Right.
spiritual and your mental needs to
Mm-hmm.
get together. And your physical body naturally just follows that. But yeah, so I really want to get my personal brand from just being fitness to more mindset. I'm actually working more with like corporate
Mhm.
and businesses and them bringing me in to work with their employees and their executives so that they can overcome things like burnout syndrome and burnout and imposter syndrome, stuff like that. That's what companies are bringing me in for, and that's where I actually want to focus on, is like just really help, because we're going through like a mental health crisis right now,
Mhm.
and I would love to be part of the solution of that. So,
For
yeah.
sure. No, that's super dope. Um, what outside of exercise, what do you do for your mental health on a consistent basis when it talks in the correlation of discipline that even allows you or makes you want to be able to rub off on other people in that same
Ooh.
sense?
Ooh, that's a great question too. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
Um,
very much.
I honestly, there's so many things. I believe in balance is one. Life comes in seasons, but I've learned the hard way that you really have to learn your balance with life. That comes with having a good structure in your
Mhm.
calendar. I schedule everything in my calendar. When I'm going to eat throughout the day, when I'm going to take a nap, when I'm going to train, when I have my clients, when I'm doing admin work, I schedule. I think that's really important, and because it helps you not be so reactive to your environment. A
Mhm.
lot of people get anxiety or feel overwhelmed because they just allow life to come at them. Um, and with a schedule, that allows you to say, no, I actually have to do this at this time. And instead of like just reacting, um, I meditate, I have a therapist, um, I pray. My spirituality is a huge part of my mental health.
Mhm.
Um, I have a community. I think having a community of like minded individuals that not only give you or amp you up, but also check you when you need to be checked
Mhm.
is really important.
Facts.
Um, and honestly, spending time with myself, I really realize how important it is to just spend time with yourself. And it says a lot if you don't like spending time with yourself. I feel like if
Mm.
you really don't like being alone, that probably means you really need to start spending time alone with
For
yourself.
sure.
Because you're stuck with yourself for the rest of your
Absolutely.
life. So you should love spending time with yourself.
That's a
But
fact.
yeah, those are my main things that I do to stay on top of my mental health.
I love that. Hinting on therapy. I've tried therapy. I'm not in therapy at the moment, but I have been for the last year and a half, 2 years.
Hmm.
Um, what kind of therapist have you saw, and what's what's one thing in therapy that therapy has helped you uncover that's helped you become a better person?
That's really a good question. I would say I've seen a lot of different therapists, and it has been a struggle to find the right therapist, especially if you're trying to find someone of color.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I feel like people just naturally resonate with people that look like them.
Mm-hmm.
They feel safer because we all judge a book by its cover. If you don't know anything else, you automatically, so you just naturally feel safer when someone's talking to you that looks like you. But what I've like learned is it really, you have to dig deep within yourself, and you really have to answer some questions that you really don't want to answer. And I also realized that our bodies store trauma physically within our body. I always have heard that, but until I experience it myself, like your body will react to something before your mind even processes it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting into intense therapy actually to release some physical trauma, which I didn't know that was a thing until recently.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like fast twitch, um rapid eye movement therapy.
Hmm.
um it's called EMDR. Yep.
Hmm.
And have you heard of, yeah. um I'm actually getting into that, and I haven't started it yet, but I heard it's like really intense. So they make you relive your traumatic experience, but they have you do certain things with they do it differently, but some people might have you hold like a ball or something, and like you have to like squeeze it and like keep yourself present in the current moment and understand that you're no longer experiencing that past trauma, and like calming your nervous system as you go through that process again so that it no longer triggers you.
Hmm.
Um, I think that's so dope to that it's possible, because I feel like a lot of people get triggered easily
Yeah.
by certain things. Like I'd bring up even George Floyd. I get triggered. I don't want to be part of a protest ever again because of George Floyd, and like being on the highway when the semi went down, and then
Oh
yeah, I was on the
shit.
highway when the semi went down the highway, and um the police pointing gas, what are they called, the gas.
Yeah. I don't know what they call, but I know what they do.
Yeah. So yeah, like things like that, I think it's dope that we can work through those triggers in therapy. So that's one thing I learned, and I'm excited to sorry um go through. I
Hmm.
know it's going to be hard, but living triggered free would be
Hmm.
amazing.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Why'd
Uh,
you stop going to therapy?
I went to see I honestly felt like I grew through what I needed that particular therapist for. I was doing
Mhm.
NLP therapy. So it's like
Okay.
they do like the tapping and like the childhood stuff. And I felt like it started to get a little woo-wah for me. At this point, I'm in a very practical point of my life. I'm in
Mhm.
like I need action. Like
Mhm.
I know how to self-regulate. I know how to um I'm very self-conscious and self-aware. So like if I'm in a bad mood, I typically know why. If I'm in a rut, I typically know why. I feel like the unconscious work when you're unconscious. I feel like
Mhm.
I'm in a very conscious state of life right now.
Mhm.
And so I would be more interested in seeing a behavioral psychologist.
Mm.
Like why do I do what I do? Not I'm
Mhm.
not aware of what I'm doing type of vibe,
Mhm.
So but um them motherfuckers ain't cheap.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually saving up to find a really good behavioral psychologist. Because there's some stuff that I want to uncover. I've been abstinent for a year. You and I have
Mhm.
been talking about that, and it's not like I'm in a rush to go get married or have a kid or something tomorrow. But I
Mhm.
do want to step into a more healthier um, phase of my life with women and just relationships in general. And so that's why us hitting on a rebrand and discipline is kind of correlated with that because part of my rebrand is being a man who is capable of being a hoe, but deciding not to be. I think we need more men trying to
Oh,
do that. I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm not here to
no,
I'm
for
not here to
real.
get, you know what I mean?
Preach.
It's Sunday, but I ain't this ain't no sermon. I'm just saying like um it's got to be a point where um where you where as a man you're like what are my standards
Yeah.
just because of a man you can't just go knocking shit down just because you can't like you got to have standards
Yeah.
for yourself. You got to want more out of a relationship than just the physical because at some point I feel like a lot of men when we're younger, especially when we're in college and high school,
Mhm.
we have sex and we try to run our score up for validation, either for external validation or for validation of ourselves. At some
Mhm.
point, you validate it. So it's like, bro, it's like, what are you trying to prove and who are you trying to prove it to? So then it's like,
Mhm.
bro, like, I just want a shorty I like actually like.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And um, soul ties are real.
Mhm.
People be fucked up.
Mhm.
um, and when you spend a lot of time alone, you just start to like I feel like I'm just like spiritually clean right now. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I don't got no soul ties. I feel like my eyes are wide open so I can see. Am I saying I'm a nun? No, not in no sense of the imagination, but I'm proud of myself,
I'm proud
and
of you too.
I don't thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And like I said, you have some men, unfortunately, who just cannot get attention from a female, and
Mhm.
there's what they call them incels. That ain't the case for me. That ain't the case.
Yo.
I'm just,
I hope the
but
camera got your you
that
looked me
ain't
dead in the eye. That is not the
yeah,
case.
that ain't the case for me. And for a lot of men, and so I feel like you got two types of men. Some men who are consciously like, or should I say unconsciously, just like sleeping around, and that's cool. Maybe they could be younger, or maybe they could even. I know some 40-year-olds talking about, yeah, yeah, bro, I'm just trying to hit that joint, and that's
Mhm.
cool. You do what you want to do. I just feel like I'm in a spiritual evolving state right now where I'm like intentional. That's it.
Mhm.
You know, I still crack some shit, but
Yo.
I'm
Yo.
just
You
more
hilarious.
intentional. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I guess that's the best word I can say. And so
That's so interesting.
yeah. So I would like to
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
mhm.
I just like I'm trying to figure out, is it spirituality and spirituality alone that like there's men that desire to only be with one woman and then others that like they're like no, I still want to like have a few options. Like I'm trying
Hmm.
to figure out what separates the two. I feel like it's
I I think that question is it's a lot of variables to it. It can be a cultural question, it can be a religious question, and it could be a maturity question.
mm,
So culturally, some cultures like multiple women.
mhm.
Some men are just too immature to to just be like, I like her, she's solid, she's good for me, I'm gonna lock it in with that one.
Mhm.
And then some of them, are religious based,
Mhm.
like my religion allows me to have multiple wives, or my religion allows me to do this if I do this, or my religion says that I have to be with one woman, or or whatever, so I don't know. That's a dynamic question. I can't really speak for nobody else, but I think for me, to be honest with you, I am we were born in America, so most of us live by American traditions. So I'm pretty sure I'm built for a monogamous relationship, but I would be lying if I said that um like having like a wife or two wives that I can take care of, and we are in some sort of like homestead situation where it's like uh um you grow vegetables, and you know what I'm saying, and it's like basically what I'm saying is I don't demonize cultures who have
Multiple wives.
polygamous cultures, because I don't necessarily see it each time that I witness it in a healthy way as like a bad thing. So I see it and I'm like, huh, can I do it? I don't know. Will I do it? I don't know. But so I guess that's a better way to word that, is like I don't hate the idea of it,
Okay.
because
Because
yeah.
I don't think in America, I don't think we normalize, yes, we normalize monogamy, but it's still very normal like if you're high
Mhm.
valued man that they're able to like cheat or step out like rappers and athletes or
Mhm.
like even if you're just a good looking man that is over 6 feet that makes over 100K, like you're considered a high value man because
Mhm.
there's like 10% of the male population.
Mhm.
I feel like people allow them or say it's okay
Mhm.
because they're high value man to have multiple women. So, but there's still people that are choosing that are high value man. They're still choosing to stick with one woman. And
Mhm.
that's what I think was the base of my question. Like, why do I feel like it's a spiritual, like your moral compass. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like religion, but like
Yeah.
a moral compass.
Yeah, I think it just, yeah, I think it all boils down to like how you're built. Um, you know, there's men like a Denzel Washington
Hmm.
who's never had any types of cheating scandals. We know he's been with the same woman. He's at the
Hmm.
top of the top in what he does.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, there's men like
I
that.
would love a Barack
Um,
Obama.
and then you got
Man,
men who, you know,
I'm still mad that Barack and Michelle did not have a son.
hmm, why?
He would have been 31.
What do you mean? He would have been 31. What
I
the
did the math already.
what do you Oh, damn, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's wrong with the girls that they got?
I I can't marry a girl.
Oh, she funny as hell.
I swear, like Barack Obama is my type to a T.
Really?
Like his intelligence, his passion, his like he just does purposeful work. He's witty, he's funny, he can play basketball, he can
Barack was a smooth
he
dude.
the
He
way
was a smooth dude.
his demeanor, the way he walks in a room,
Yeah,
like he'll
Barack
dab
Obama,
up people and then he'll shake hand like
he was definitely a smooth
man,
dude. He's probably the smoothest president we ever had, for sure.
smoothest guy I've ever seen. Period.
Yeah,
Besides
that's
Kobe.
interesting. I never heard nobody fangirl over Obama though.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways.
Okay, so I got a
Okay.
question for you. What outdated version of yourself are you still trying to keep alive, and why?
I would say the fun version of me, like going out, socializing, having a couple of drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like that's a very outdated version of me.
Hmm.
Um, but it's hard to connect with all my friends without doing something like that.
Right.
So, I love my friends. I really love my friends and I have a lot of them, like a lot of close friends. So, the easiest thing for me is to do like a group setting
Mm-hmm.
of some type, unless they come work out with me or come to a network event or we go travel. That's like the only option. Um, and I don't like that setting and I don't feel like my spirit feels uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so honestly, the root of it is people pleasing, but yeah, I would much rather be like working on business or like going to sleep and getting up early to
Yeah.
go do something. I'm a morning person
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So, and I don't like drinking, but I
Hmm.
do it sometimes. So,
I feel
yeah.
that. I think we all can say amen to that. I find myself struggling with the same things, but then I ask myself, like, is there a reality where you can be this high vibrational Kiana who's a mindset coach who also likes to have fun? Is
Mhm.
there room for balance, or does that part of you, or myself, does that part completely have to die in order for you to transcend to the person that you want to be? Or is that like a or is it more so something that you do on a seasonal, like within a given season where you're trying to bring
Mhm.
something to life? Because do you really hate, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been
Mhm.
out with you before. You be turned up, you be fun. You don't be
Yeah.
like
No.
belligerently out there crazy. You be
Yeah.
having fun,
I'm
but
I'm
you
the
don't be
best time.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's a great question, and I think it really comes down to what I truly want to achieve out of this life.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to be the best analogy I could think of is do I want to make it to the league and just make it to the league? Do I want to be on the championship team?
Mm,
Do I want to be a starter
mm,
or do I want to be the MVP?
mm,
And based on that decision, it determines how much I can do those extracurricular activities.
Mm.
If I want to be an extremist like LeBron, Kobe, Steph Curry, man, those guys are in the gym all the time. They
Mm-hmm.
eat, sleep, basketball all the
Yeah.
time. So, and that's what I'm really meditating on this season is like, do I want to be the MVP? Do I want to be just a starter? Like, being a starter is great. Like, or like, do I just want to make it to the league and do like, that's still great too.
Right. Like I'm still in the league. Like
Yeah.
you feel, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's a good point.
yeah. And like, there's nothing wrong with any of those answers.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what feels right to me. And I know I am capable of being an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And the competitor in me wants to be an MVP, like that dog
Right.
mentality. But I'm like, is it worth it as well? Like, you have to sacrifice a lot to get to that role.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give up a lot of relationships, or you have to strain a lot of relationships
Mm-hmm.
to make it to the top.
Yeah.
But once you get to the top, there are a lot of benefits and you can
Absolutely.
help a lot of other people once you get there. But
Right.
the amount of focus that you have to get there, ooh, ooh.
Right. And that's why I asked, is it more of a season? Because I was literally going through the same thing this weekend. I went out
Mm-hmm.
with one of my college teammates on Saturday, and I was out till maybe like 2 a.m., maybe
Mm-hmm.
2:30. I had, like 3 or 4 drinks. Once I got a couple drinks in me, I started to feel. At first, I was there. We was out, and I'm just like, bro, why am I here? Every time I do this, why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to be here. I got a couple drinks in me, and then I was like, all right, it's all right, like it's all right. And then, but the next morning, I slept in because I
Mm-hmm.
typically wake up at 5 a.m. 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got up at like 7:30 or 8, and then I have Spanish class at 9 o'clock. So, and then after Spanish class, so every weekend I have Spanish class at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so after Spanish class, then it's like my company is also open 7 days a week. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's like now my day has started. Now I'm like in the mix. Now I got to do stuff. You and I had a workout on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I went so that was what, from 5 until 9. That's 4 hours that I lost that was valuable. I
Mm-hmm.
could have been editing podcast clips. I could have been getting closer to these certifications that I'm working on right now. There's a lot of things that I could have did within that sacred 4 hours, but I was out drinking, and it was like cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, with somebody who's trying to be in that elite group, and I am indeed. I'm not trying to be average to any extent of the
Mm-hmm.
imagination. And that's why when people look at me and they're like, "Oh, you've been abstinent for a year. Why? Oh, you stopped smoking weed. Why? It's not that bad. It's just weed." And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, the reason why you're asking me that is the reason why. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
you don't get it, you don't get it. And
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes I be hard on myself because I'm like, is the extent of my extremity so extreme that I'm willing to be outcasted for
Mm-hmm.
wanting to be great, like actually wanting to be great?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I just kind of want to, flirt with that line? And it's
Yeah.
like, Kobe wasn't fucking around with
Yeah.
that like Mamba mentality. Like
Mm-hmm.
anybody that's truly great, anybody, even if you look at like the Alex Hermosis of the world,
Mm-hmm.
people say like, oh, all he does is work. He doesn't have a life. I think he's happy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he wants, and and that's just how he lives. And I want to be an elite entrepreneur. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't go to the NFL. I played professional football, but I didn't go to the highest heights that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to. And I was very talented in football.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still got that chip on my shoulders towards life. Like, maybe I can't be the next Deion Sanders, but I can be the next brilliant entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
because can't nobody tell me no. I can't tear an ACL in business. It's all on me. It's all on my back. I can
Mm-hmm.
build my body to a level that's elite that other people aren't willing to go to, And so sometimes I do ask myself, like, what am I willing to give up in the pursuit of greatness?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm willing to give up a lot,
Yeah.
to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
And I feel like we're similar in that way. I'm used to being the outcast. I'm from North Dakota and I was one of the only few brown girls growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't even fit in if I wanted to. But also, it's fun to win and grind. I love grinding. I love winning in life. I don't have fun if I'm losing. Like I never play a sport or play a board game just cuz I'm playing to win all the
Right.
time 24/7, and that's how I am. But that's who I am and I know that about me. I think the most important thing about all of this is you really need to know yourself and what you want. There's no right or wrong answer to life. It's just what you how you want to spend your life.
Mm.
Um and that's so important because I feel like society always tries to push us to get married, have kids, buy a house, like have this image that we need to go towards. And I it's bullshit. Like you need to pick what life you want. I do want to live a life that I don't have to worry about finances. I want to be like that. I've never experienced that in my life and I
Right.
would love to just like how much I don't even care how much it is. I can pay for it.
Right.
Like my kids don't have to worry about anything. That's like one of my biggest goals in life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my like drive and I know what I want. So it's just to the degree I'm still deciding on.
Right.
And it's
Absolutely.
really helpful having like-minded individuals like you.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a lot of successful people of color in the last year that I no longer feel like I'm the hardest working. And that is brand new to me because I used to always think like, dang, like I already like I'm a big fish in a small pond,
Mm-hmm.
but I was putting myself with the wrong rooms.
Right.
And now I'm starting to feel like a medium fish in a big pond. And I'm like, okay, I need to set my game up because I'm definitely not the top dog in the room anymore. And I feel like I need to keep putting myself and others need to keep putting themselves in rooms that keep on challenging them to grow.
Yeah.
That is so important. So
Absolutely.
important, especially with our type of mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And that's also why I've been single. I'm not attracted to the same types of women, even sexually. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when you know who you are deep down inside, it gets lonely sometimes. And when you know what you want, it gets even lonelier.
Mhm.
And I feel like my dad, both my parents are like, when am I gonna get some grandbabies? You're 30 now. When you gonna? And I'm like, I'm still discovering myself. I'm finding new parts of myself that I like, that I
Mhm.
love,
Mhm.
and that and parts of myself that I don't like and I
Mhm.
don't love, and that someone else might not like or might not love. So I'm still like crafting myself and finding myself. And like I you don't you don't have to rush into a relationship to in
Mhm.
order um to find yourself. Even though I know you can find yourself in
Mhm.
doing that, but the standard is going up. Like even just for like a hookup, it's
Mhm.
like I said, I got nothing. It's no more validation. I don't need to
Mhm.
validate myself. I don't need to try and be cool. I don't gotta brag and tell somebody like, yeah, like look who I took down, bro. Like it's not even about that no more. It's more like, are you even on my level? And I don't mean that in like an arrogant, I'm better than you type of way.
Mhm.
I just more so like in an energetic way.
Mhm.
I like going on dates with women that's looking at their clock like I'm trying to be in bed soon type shit
Mhm.
because she got something on her mind that's more important than staying out
Mhm.
to 2, 3, 4 in the morning, getting drunk or whatever. I like to date women that like to talk about ideas, that like to talk about vision, that like to talk about um, big things that they're doing in their lives.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Um, and so why would I sexually entertain somebody that's not even doing that just to get a quick nut? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so it's like they say when you want greatness, you gotta take that walk alone.
Mhm.
And so I wouldn't say I'm lonely, but I have been alone for sure. Like I've been a couple of my homies been looking at me kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I had to talk with one of my homies earlier today, um, because I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to take something down that I probably should have took down.
I don't even wanna know.
Nah, I just had to explain to him like, bro. He's like, bro, like, shorty bad. Why you ain't take it down? I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
listen, G, I'm just I'm just I ain't even there no more, bro. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
100 with you. I ain't even there no more. You know, and by the end of the conversation, I could tell he had some conviction in him. Like, damn,
Mhm.
maybe I maybe I need to. I could tell he was kind of questioning how he was moving a little bit.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you lead the way, it can shine the light for other people. You know, um, but yeah, being extreme is a requirement. I feel
Mhm.
like when you want greatness.
Yeah. I just wanna say, like, I'm so glad that you're, like, open and vulnerable about that stuff because I think it's so important for other men to hear that, like, and be challenged by their way of thinking,
Hmm.
because it's been so normalized the complete opposite, especially with, like, the music that we consume,
Hmm.
especially in the Black culture. Um, like, none of these rappers are happy with the lives that they're living. Like, it's a very, shallow, unfulfilling life
Hmm.
that they're living, and that's why they have to keep on doing the same thing to keep getting the same high,
Hmm.
and, um, I just think it's so important because, I don't know, like, women are women are losing hope in men. I ain't gonna lie to you, like,
Hmm.
I don't know, there's been such a shift in, the dynamic of men and women, and I just want it to go back to, like, men leading and being in their healthy masculinity and, going back to morals and standards and instead of, like
It's tough. It's
yeah.
tough. I got a couple homies with morals. Keep it 100 with you. All my homies ain't like me. And I'm
Mhm.
not saying I'm holier than anybody else, but you know, we all are unique in our own ways, and I
Mhm.
realize how I am unique. Um, but yeah, I got a couple homies who like I can call and be like, yo, bro, like, um, you got any advice for me, like relationship advice? Like I got a
Mhm.
couple homies, black men who are in healthy relationships, who are faithful, who love the girls, who
Mm.
got women who worship the ground they walk on, respect them to the utmost, and the respect is mutual.
Mhm.
Um, you know, so yeah, I agree. I don't. I think the old version of me would have fell into the whole red pill podcast, bashing women on that dumb shit. But like, you know, it's like obviously both sexes got some shit with them.
Mhm.
But um, nah, I'm not. That ain't what this platform is for.
Mhm. Mhm.
That ain't what this is for. Um, yeah, I think men need to, not even men, just people in general need to get familiar with the concept of like duality, because like you can be like professional and ghetto in the same on the same token. You can
Mhm.
be very sexual and very stoic with your sexual behaviors and your sexual aim at the same time.
Mhm.
You know, so I've been writing music again, and that's kind of how I've been like expressing my like sexual energy, because I'm a very sexual person. I'm a
Mhm.
Taurus, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so it's like I'm just trying to um have a healthier sexual expression, because I feel like as a man, when you can have sex just because you can become desensitized to the emotional aspect.
Mhm.
And like I haven't been in a deep relationship with anybody in a really long time, and so
Mhm.
I feel like whenever I do get into a relationship with someone, it's gonna be really good, because of that. But I don't want that relationship, whenever it manifests in my life, to get fucked up because I'm just so sex minded. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's like all I can view is like sex, 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 sex. Um, and I feel like that's what a lot of us men do to ourselves unconsciously. And like I
Mhm.
said, I'm not here to preach to nobody. I love sex just like the next nigga do. I love fucking just like the next nigga do. I'm a freak just like the next nigga.
I don't know how many times we were allowed to say sex in this podcast, but I
Well,
think you used them all.
well, this is my shit. So, you know,
Ah.
um, but no, I just think that that's what the mastery movement is about for me. It's
Mhm.
about um education through demonstration. Like I'm not
Mhm.
here to I'm not ain't it ain't no cap in my rap. I ain't got nothing, no facade to put on for nobody. Um I think like you're saying, like I'm not trying to be no hero, but if I could be some sort of an example for what younger men could be
Mhm.
when it comes to just having a relatable um goal to hit, I would like to be like a younger dude come to me and be like, "Yo, bro, I did semen retention. Yo, bro, I started to journal. Yo, bro, I started to go to therapy." Or like, "Yo, I respect that you that you are into, sexual discipline, you
Mhm.
know, without preaching to you." You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what to do or what not to
Mhm.
do. All I'm just telling you is that if you want a healthy relationship with a woman, at some point in life, you got to have some sexual discipline. Like you
Mhm.
have to. You got to unhole yourself.
Unhold yourself.
For sure. You definitely got to unhole yourself.
For
Um,
sure.
you know. And so yeah, I got another question for you. How do you want to be remembered, and how does your current life reflect that version of you?
How do I want to be remembered? Um, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely want a legacy. I do want to be remembered as a vessel that helped individuals find themselves, find their confidence, find um, the highest version of what they want their life and who they want to be. Um, I do feel like one of my greatest gifts is I can make a person feel seen and heard. Um, and I want to use that to my best abilities to do good in the world. Um, Honestly, that is the best high. I've done a lot of things in life. I'm a professional bodybuilder. I've been on like Wall and Out, and I've back in my party days, I've done like drugs and I've drank,
Wait, you
and
literally was on Wild 'N Out
I
like
was
Nick Cannon?
yeah
What?
yeah
What the fuck? What
yeah.
the helly?
What the
The
hell?
helly, Burton?
Yeah,
Damn, that's tough.
yeah. I actually made Kevin Hart laugh one time too.
Hmm,
Anyways,
that's tough.
I did. So, point of the story is, I've done a lot of things that like give you that high,
Mm-hmm.
but the most fulfilling high I've ever made is like someone telling me, or even they don't even have to tell me, saying like they just feel better about themselves, or like they are just feel more confident in that they now are better off because I was a vessel that God used to let them see themselves of who they can actually be. So,
Beautiful.
um, yeah, that just, I, for some reason, Holly's like coming to mind. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was, her process was so beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
like the most beautiful process I've ever, because I seen her at her like lowest low, and
Mm-hmm.
then I seen her at her highest, and like she just walked different now. And
Shout out to you, Holly.
yeah,
Proud of you,
love you,
girl.
Holly. Um, And yeah, that's like a perfect example. But yeah, that's what I want to be known for. And I do feel like my life is reflecting it right now. Um, but I feel like I can now do it on a bigger scale, which we already kind of talked about,
Hmm.
hiring coaches, both life coaches and fitness coaches underneath me, training them, and then them helping more people so we can reach more people instead of me doing all the services all by myself, having others help me and reach more people. So, yeah. What about you?
Um, what do I want to be remembered for? Um, Honestly, I used to think more into the concept of like legacy, but honestly, I realized that legacy is just kind of rooted in ego a bit, and that's fine. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with that. But honestly, we're all gonna be forgotten at some point. Like, and if you're not forgotten
Says
immediately,
Jesus.
you're gonna be forgotten in like 100 years. And if you're not forgotten in 100 years, you're gonna be forgotten when your kids, grandkids. And so honestly, I'm at the point in my life where legacy is not as important to me as like dying proud of myself
Mhm.
and God being proud of me. Um,
Mhm.
which I feel like are one and the same. I'm not saying I'm God, but if I'm created in his image, there is a God in all of us. There has to be.
Yeah, there's a
And
Holy Spirit
so
within you.
I just want to be proud of myself right now.
Mhm.
And I believe that if I live a life that makes me genuinely proud, there will be a legacy left behind. But it won't be because like, oh, I want to leave something behind. It's gonna be because like, bro, that nigga emptied the tank here on Earth, and it rippled so far that a couple generations might remember that nigga
Mhm.
type shit.
Mhm.
So I don't necessarily live to create a legacy. I just want to do valuable shit in the earth. And
Mhm.
so that's why like I started this podcast. I believe that I need to establish a voice, establish a platform that talks about important things
Mhm.
and then do important works. And so I believe through um um I know that I am one of my gifts is discipline. Like
Mhm.
people think I'm weird because I do like 75 hards and uh 75 days semen retention, and then I can go a year without sex, and I can do these extreme fasts. Like I did a 3-day dry fast a couple years ago and people thought I was crazy. I'm like, "Oh, this isn't normal." So there's got to be something even in my earlier years when I was practicing Christianity at a really high level.
Mhm.
I knew that that wasn't normal. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like for people my age to be doing. And so there's a breadcrumb trail for me. And it's along the lines of discipline. It's along
Mhm.
the lines of leading and showing the way. And so um, I got to lean into that. I don't know where
Mhm.
it's going to lead me, but I do believe that if I lean into that, if I believe into the signs, then legacy can be created and lives can be changed.
Mhm.
So
Amen.
for me it's about faith right now. I don't know where this shit is going to go. I just know that I I had to do this.
Mhm.
Like I had to do this. And
Mhm.
so um yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to die in like with regret. I don't want to die with like, oh, he could have been,
Mhm.
because also I had to refine myself because like I used to sell drugs full time.
Mhm.
I was a very troubled kid. Like I used to get kicked out of school, fight all the time. My mom used to always, now me and my mom talk, I'm a grown ass man. Now my mom used to be like, I don't know what happened to you because like my older brother, he just got out of jail from doing 15 years in prison. But my mom used to always tell me like, don't take this the wrong way, son. But I thought if any of my sons was going to be in prison, it would be you because
Mhm.
I was always in trouble. I was
Mhm.
always fighting and in trouble with the law and shit. And so, um, like, I don't know, somebody watching me, somebody got their hand on me because, you know, so I just think that this
Somebody.
journey of refinement that I've been on can ripple in someone else's life. And so I don't want to take the chances that I've given the second chances that I've been given in
Mm-hmm.
life. I don't want to take my potential, and I don't want to take the gifts that I naturally have and squander them. So
Mm-hmm.
I could have easily did some stupid shit a year or so ago or multiple years ago to get me killed, end up in jail, or
Mm-hmm.
just have me just living a regular, basic ass life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
So I feel like I owe it to God, I owe it to myself, and I owe it to, you know, my future kids or whatever the hell to not be average,
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, see what my potential be about.
Mm-hmm. I like
Type
that
shit.
mindset.
Hmm.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I don't really care too much about legacy no more. Just work, leaving good works behind.
I've really been practicing that a lot lately of like I feel like as an entrepreneur, you have to be really like future focused. Like, where do you want to see yourself in 6 months, a year, 5 years? But at the same time, I'd be forgetting like because I'm always thinking ahead, like make the most out of each day. Like sometimes I like don't be doing stuff because I'm like I know I have a lot of stuff to do next week. And I'm like, Kiana, like every day you should, because it's not guaranteed. It's
Mm-hmm.
like do what you can today and then go to sleep and do it again the next day
Mm-hmm.
and literally take it day by day, even with the future focus in mind. And that has made a tremendous difference because I'm like saying yes to a lot of more things that align. Like even this podcast today, like technically this is like my reset day and I'm like I don't know if I have enough energy to like do all this blah blah blah, and I'm like no Kiana, you're gonna go because you're good, like you can sleep tonight and
Mm-hmm.
then restart tomorrow. And I'm so happy because this conversation is like so enlightening and so fulfilling, and yeah, I'm really happy I'm here
Thank
doing
you. I'm
it,
glad you
so
came.
yeah.
Yeah, you delivering some gems today.
So are you.
Thank you. Thank you very
But
much.
I'm not a rapper, so don't rap at me.
We might say some. We
Sorry.
might say
I'm
some bars later.
yo. I have the corniest jokes, I swear.
Wait, I was about to say. I was about to say that is that was a intrusive. That was some
Yeah,
ADHD
yeah. I don't have
intrusive.
ADHD, but like I don't care sharing my intrusive thoughts with other people. I
That's
know I'm
funny.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Some
fun.
people do it because they're not aware they're doing it.
Oh,
I'm
type
very
shit.
aware.
Oh,
Like I'm
yeah.
gonna
No.
say it regardless. If you guys don't think it's funny, that's on you.
Yeah. No. That's all good. You all weirdness is welcome here.
I didn't
You
say I
good?
was weird.
I did.
Yo, yo, yo.
No, I'm playing with you, kind of.
Not the one that answered the phone in an Indian
I'm
accent.
just playing. All right, I got another more question for you. What part of your identity is rooted in authenticity, and which are rooted in fear and people pleasing?
Ask that one more time.
What part of your identity, what parts of your identity are rooted in authenticity, and which are rooted in fear and people pleasing?
Hmm. Ooh, that's a good question. I would say my authentic self is definitely the silly,
Mm-hmm.
cracking jokes, um, very open, very vulnerable, very opinionated. Um, I like to bring the energy to
Mm-hmm.
the whatever room I'm in. Um, that's definitely more of like an alpha. I don't like to use the word alpha, but like I do like to take lead. I
You
do
have
like to
strong
make
energy for sure. Like
yeah.
you take up space. Your presence is very present for
Yeah.
sure.
I do, and I this sounds weird to say, but I do like being in masculine energy a lot. Like I like I feel like I get along with men more than women,
Mhm.
because I have a similar mindset to men. Like, I like thinking about what men tend to think about.
Mhm.
Um, a little less hoish.
I'm with you.
But yeah. And then my people pleasing self is like, I hate getting my nails done. um I'm never soft spoken. So like when I'm like being quiet and toned down
Mhm.
and corporatey, I don't like acting corporatey. I don't even know what I mean by that, but
I get it. It's
yeah.
like wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a black person, I definitely can relate
Mhm.
because what do we call it? Code switching. I
Yeah.
feel like I got to code switch a lot
Yeah.
because I do a lot of work in rooms where people have no idea. Like, I don't know where you from or like what your I know where you're from, but I don't know what your like makeup is. But
Mhm.
like, I don't think people know where I'm really from for real.
Aren't
Or
you from Florida?
nah, I'm from Baltimore.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, nah, I'm from Baltimore,
Gang
and
gang.
and like I get that. I get you on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to be proper.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to be corporate, but you kind of have to be because you understand the environment that you're in. And
Yeah.
I feel like as black people, we just that's something that we have to worry about more
Mhm.
than our white counterparts,
Yeah.
if you will. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because it is a skill, but
Yeah.
I do feel what you mean. Sometimes you don't feel like putting on that mask.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just want to be quirky or funny or aggressive or masculine if you feel like
Mhm.
sometimes you want to take lead. Sometimes you want to be more assertive in a situation, you know, but you still got to like survive. You still
Yeah.
got to check the temperature in any room that you're in,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
And that can get exhausting sometimes.
Yeah. Especially as a black young woman. Um I'm not going to lie, I do get easily intimidated being in a room full of old white men.
Hmm.
It is it's just like there's a trifecta there. Like I'm black, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
woman, and I'm young.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that not all men think the same, but we're like conditioned to think that they think the same. So, um it was so interesting me going to like one of my first corporate like galas and dinners and stuff like that, and the way I behaved in the first like few events, I was embarrassed after. I was like, "Kiana, what are you doing? You weren't even yourself." Like I was so like didn't want to
Oh,
talk too
Kiana.
much. Like yeah, and my friends were like, "Yo, why did you like dumb yourself down so much?" Or like they would speak on my behalf. They're like, "Nah, Kiana's actually a CEO of her own business. She's fitness and a mindset coach, blah blah blah,"
Mm-hmm.
hyping me up. And I'm like, "Dang, like that was interesting." But it was a good learning experience because I really shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. And learning that even if they're not interested in who I am and what I do, I should never change who I am and walk differently into a room because the fear of rejection. And that was ultimately because I haven't experienced a lot of rejection in my life. And I'm humble enough to say that. So I fear it because I haven't dealt with it a lot and it doesn't feel good. I know men on the regular basis, like you guys deal with rejection because you guys shoot your shot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore, apparently, but
That's,
uh,
that's crazy.
uh, but like, yeah, you guys have to understand, you guys do shoot, like, you guys are supposed to be the ones that approach a woman. So like
Yeah.
you guys get used to, like, if a girl says no, you're like, no big deal, there's another one. But like girls, we don't have to shoot our shot nearly as much, so we don't have to deal with that.
But rejection can also exist outside of like a sexual
Oh, for
temperature as
sure,
well.
for
Like
sure.
you can feel rejected by, like you said, that you kind of like to take lead, you like to take up space. You can feel rejected being in a room where you want to take up more space, but you don't feel accepted to take up that space.
Exactly, yeah.
You can feel like that sharp energy kind of trying to like dull you down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Um, and so yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is men get more practice with rejection because of that. So it might have been easier for you compared to me walking into a room for the first time, um, as opposed to me, because you've been rejected probably more times than me.
Hmm.
Not in the same ways, but like, because there's multiple forms of rejection. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I
Like
don't
you have
fully
more
accept it. I
practice.
don't fully accept it because listen, right? I feel like especially as a black woman, right? Like sure, we get a lot of practice and we get a lot of rejection from like women in dating because we have to do that, and we have to do that to gain our confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but as a woman, you can get more practice by putting yourself in more rooms worth of with men and practicing being bigger, being
Yeah,
more assertive.
for sure.
I notice it when we're in like our weightlifting sessions, but I don't care. It's not like an ego thing. You'd be like, "Yo, pop that over there. Take those carries over there." It ain't not. It's like whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, "Who the fuck you?" You know what I'm saying? Like because I'm practicing this as well in my journey of uh of self mastery and taking up more space. Is like
Mm-hmm.
I want to code switch less.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a little ghetto, but I'm also still very eloquent and very professional as well. You,
Mm-hmm.
why can't I be just that? Why can't I just be a
Mm-hmm.
little ghetto and a little eloquent and professional as well?
Mm-hmm.
I don't gotta be put on my extra white voice when I'm
Mm-hmm.
around a room full of white people. I don't gotta be extra dulled down, and neither do you as a
Mm-hmm.
woman. So I feel like that's where your challenge is when you're around men, just letting that be what it is. And if they feel
Mm-hmm.
intimidated, that's on them. Or if they feel like they need to try and size you down, then that's on them. You'll feel it, but then you'll be challenged to keep that vibration where it's
Yeah,
at. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I hear what you're saying, but but
Yeah,
fuck all
yeah,
that.
yeah. I was making excuses, but the excuse didn't work. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I feel
no,
you.
for
I feel
sure. I feel
you.
like because you're a woman, you should shoot your shot more. Because you're a woman, you should put yourself in a room full of white men and don't let yourself be sexualized. Intellectualize yourself. Let Look for business opportunities. Some of them
Mm-hmm.
niggas might need some fucking mental help, or they own a company.
Yeah,
You know, like yo, I would love to come in and talk to your
and they
employees, and you
do.
know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's just my challenge to you as far as that feeling of tension and like rising up to like that higher version of yourself where you just walk into any
Challenge
room and just own that shit, you know.
accepted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, because that's huge. I know we getting down to the hour mark. Let me see if I got any more questions for you. um what are you willing to let die so that the next level of you can live in this rebrand of Kiana Burr, this level of self-awareness and consciousness that you're at in womanhood and in your professional life? Or are you willing to let die, completely die, so that you can live?
Um, it kind of goes into what we were just talking about. Letting go of fear of rejection
Mm-hmm.
and letting go of anything that's not authentically me. Because I've learned in the past that getting connections, being inauthentic, those are like the worst experiences. Like I could tell that that connection or that deal was not supposed to be there, and it's not a great experience overall because I wasn't my authentic self and I attracted the wrong people for me. But every time I've been my authentic self and attracted from there, it's always been a beautiful experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. What about you?
Amen. Um, for me, I would say like hesitation.
Mm.
I think I've always had big visions, but there's always been hesitation or self-doubt for
Mhm.
many, many reasons. And I think this season of my life, I am being called to be kind of very similar, just authentically me.
Mhm.
I think if I let go of all fear of what will they think about me, what will my parents think, what will the good part about me is my parents know exactly who I am.
Mhm.
And the more that I get older, I realize that a lot of people's parents don't. Like some people are like one version around their friends and their like peers,
Mhm.
and then completely different around their parents. The good
Mhm.
thing about me is my parents know exactly who I am,
Mhm.
exactly who I am, and that should give me the confidence to go be exactly who I am to the world, because the people that love me the most and have the best interest for me,
Mhm.
they already know my good, my bad, my ugly. Like my mom and my dad are both my niggas. Um, um, and they accept me for everything that I am and everything that I'm not.
Mhm.
And so that should give me the most confidence to be who I am in the world. Um, and so for me, it's having the courage, honestly, the courage to be disliked.
Mhm.
I think having the courage to be disliked is um, what I'm, what I'm, or should I say, having the letting go of the fear of being disliked
Mhm.
is what I'm willing to let die so that I can fuck around and find out what's really on the other side for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I think fear rules a lot of our lives,
It does.
and hesitation can get you killed. Like
Mhm.
they say that like on some street shit, or when we playing football or something, they say any like combat sport, they say hesitation to get you killed.
Mhm.
But it's like a spiritual thing too. Spiritual
Mhm.
hesitation can get you killed as well.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you got a vision on your heart, when God gives you an instruction, you got to go and execute now. It
Mhm.
ain't time to be tiptoeing and pussyfooting, and you know what I mean? Like, go, execute.
Mhm.
Fuck the fear, fuck the second guessing, fuck the doubt, fuck the what ifs, just go.
That was bars right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. You're like, yeah, I know. I did that.
For sure, for
Mhm.
sure. Well, thank you so much for coming. Let me make sure I didn't. This is the Master Movement Podcast, episode 2. We're here with Miss Kiana Burr. Social media. Do you got anything to say to these folks? Plug your social medias.
Yeah. I got all social media. I have two Instagrams. Kiana Burr is my personal, and then Transcend Body and Mind is my Instagram business page. And then my website is transcendbodyandmind.com.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can reach me at any of those. So,
Y'all heard it first from her. If you need to get your body right, ladies, you trying to get them that booty right for the summer, you know who to holler at. If you need some mental stimulation and somebody to coach you through those ups and downs, you know who to holler at. It's your boy DK the Real, and we out.
gang, gang. Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm sweating and I've been